my girlfriend, Cindy, she keeps logs and keeps me in current because I'm very misorganized, so. My sister, she is one of our clairvoyants. She also with another group as well. The first group we started, Little Egypt, her and her husband, we're all kind of tied together too. She's kind of our clairvoyant medium. She goes with us as well. Susan, she's more of our, she keeps us all up on history and everything. She's quite well with that there. Without her, we wouldn't know what's going on, so she keeps us up on everything. So she kind of goes and does the reporting prior to, see what's going on before we actually show up. So she likes to do our initial interviews, which makes it so much easier for us. She will go get us the background and usually go to the newspaper office or the local area library and do a check on the place. So. Actually, RIP is one of the only Southern Illinois groups that has the obelisk. It was actually built by Bill Chappelle.
Yeah, hold it up.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's stocking, actually.
It's getting approval. Yes,
I agree with you.
Actually, this has several modes. It has an EMF mode. It has several dictionaries. We have actually went on field trips and stuff with us here, and it has a vocabulary of 512 words that is supposed to be in thing, and they say it says no more than that, but we've actually been on places and it's actually made its own words up. This is a piece of experimental equipment we've been playing with. They do not make this no more. It has been used on Paranormal State and several of the other TV programs. We was luckily that we got one. Bill, we had to go through a big spill to get the thing, but we was lucky to actually get this piece of equipment because he will not let just anybody have this. We had to sign forms. I mean, there was probably a 25-page questionnaire that we had to sign even to get this thing.
What does it exactly measure? What does it do?
It does just pretty much everything. It is, other than it's not, the speaker itself is not self-contained. It actually pretty much will do anything as a ghost meter. It will tell you if it's there close. Unlike the PX, which is a newer version now, we're not so much on it as much as we like the obelisk because there's heat issues and other things that we wasn't real happy about. But this will pretty much do like the EMFs. It will tell if something's there. It will tell you how close it is to you. It usually goes in milligauss and stuff like that there, but it has a yes-no mode. You can actually set it up pretty much like the, we also use these here things for yes-no. We can ask questions, and Entities has a way of actually communicating through that there. You can do that a cheaper way if somebody doesn't have, which these are fairly reasonable. But you can actually use like a flashlight, a digital flashlight or something, or the LED flashlights, and you can set them up. They can communicate through them as well. They can actually turn them on and off.
Oh, cool.
That is one of the things that they do. This as well as like the dowsing rods, we do that. It does actually digital dowsing as well. Like if you are out and there's water underneath, say some of the places we went, we was wondering if there's a grave or whatever. Much like the dowsing rods works, they will cross, these lights will actually crisscross, and it tells you there's an opening such as a grave or a waterway. And we've tried that and it's been extremely accurate, so,
I use a pendulum.
Pendulums, some people does pendulums as well, yes, yeah. We use several pieces of equipment. One of the best things to use is like the digital cameras. We do a lot of the stuff with that as well, taking pictures. That's a big thing. Recorders for doing the recording part. We do a lot of stuff like that there. We will do, EVPs, electronic voice phenomena. We use a lot of them. We actually like the Olympus. We've used all kinds. Anything digital will pretty much work. You can play back. We have several programs that we use as well through the computers, and we run through. And sometimes when you actually do them, you will hear nothing till you go back to actually put them through there, and you will hear things. And that's when you actually will see, some of the EVPs that comes up. And we've actually got a few of them. I think I've got some on there I can play later, but.
When people are using a digital camera on their own, what should they be looking for?
Well, actually, that is one thing that is controversial with a lot of people, because digital, you want a high megapixel. We've tried low, like anything below, I'd say 6 or 7 I wouldn't recommend, because a lot of stuff, when you go to look at a picture, it's actually pixelated, and the more you blow it up, the more pixelation you're going to get, and the more that it can actually make something look like something that it isn't. We like high megapixels. The reason being is what you see is pretty much what you get. Now, as far as orbs and things like that, orbs can be an odd thing. That is kind of questionable on some things. There could be conditions like dust in the air. There could be water, moisture droplets or something like that. Could actually make things form and make it look like it is a orb, which it isn't. Usually you can tell by colors of points on the orb itself that it isn't actually a phenomenon or whatever, but there's different ways of telling that there. One of the other things you can also take with a regular camera, such as a film camera, 35mm or whatever. I know film's kind of obsolete now, but they're starting to come back to some of the film again. That will not pixelate like a digital will. That is one of the things that it doesn't. We also use sensors. We've got sensors that we set up that you can actually see as that sets up. We use these. These are good for setting up for not making sound, such as in this area here with things going on here, so you don't alarm other people. They will go off, say you set it up here, something crosses its infrared beam, it will actually set it off. A lot of times entities can set them off. We do use these here in places that we are actually on investigations as well. These actually have sounds, and they will shriek out pretty loud. So we've done theaters and things like that there. We've actually used these here, which will set up something around the equipment area, the perimeter we set up. Say we got a ghost cam or a video camera, which we also use for different things. We will set these up for perimeters, so if somebody is there trying to manipulate something or play a game, it catches them. So that rules that out. So, but if there is an entity, they will also set them off as well.
You can also use those to communicate with.
Yes, you can. They work just as well as the ghost meter, or say the flashlight trick, or even the K2 or whatever. That works as well. So there's many different things that they do with that. We actually have a tri-fill meter. I built these here units. I actually built mine and the one for the other group.
Hold it up next to your face and people can, yeah.
But this here will actually do all kinds of things. I don't have a magnet with me, but you can actually pick up magnetism and stuff with this here. It will tell you, what should make a liar out of me. But it will actually pick up that's very weak magnet. You can see the lights move a little bit, it's kind of weak, but it will actually tell if it's positive or negative, and it will tell where it's at. But that works, in theory, when you're out, it works really well. We've had a lot of things. This one also does RF factor, which is the same thing with the EMF meter. It basically picks up the fields around, like electrical charges and stuff like that there. It will actually sense them off. One thing that you want to do, if you do get a reading with these things, say it goes off, that's pretty much what you're going to see when it goes off. One thing you want to rule out when you're actually using one of these here is if it's an electrical field, such as nothing here that's going off, but you say we're picking up that, like that there. Now that is actually an electrical field going off. That is an electrical field from the power beside that, we hope.
I don't know, that's Charlie's back room area. So.
Well, it could actually be him, because it started doing it, but
Oh, yeah.
actually, if there is something that it will set it off, and no, it's no.
Okay.
I unplugged it.
We are actually getting something now. Yes, we actually have. I feel
Is
that.
the K2 doing it? No, it's not.
Yeah. The K2's over there, but
Yeah, it's.
we could actually try the K2 and see if it does it as well. But
No?
No, it
nothing.
moved.
Maybe he likes that.
Yeah.
Now,
He hangs out behind that door.
yeah.
That's his pouting room. Our resident ghost.
Now we have actually
No, there's a
found
couple
out.
times I felt something and I was like, maybe it's just the.
He likes women.